Hello and welcome everybody to Crypto Rosetta. My name is Savage, and today we're going to be having a look at BTC. Before we jump into the price action, just want to say thank you for watching. If you're enjoying the content, please smash that like button, hit that subscribe button if you haven't already, turn on those bell notifications so you never miss a video, and leave us some feedback down below. Also in the description you'll find a link to Discord. Come check it out, it is free to join. Okay, so for the most part, we are still looking for those same possibilities, looking for that potential to actually have this as a bigger ABC pattern here, potentially looking towards this 3189, 31,895 to this, really the higher end would be this 43,163. If we do move up towards this higher zone here, though, potentially this would indicate that we were in a bigger trending move, especially if we got confirmation of an additional fourth and a fifth here. So this is what we're looking out for on the sort of the bigger time scale here. Now we also discussed that potential yesterday in the video that potentially within here, we got a fourth wave and a fifth wave where we actually shift these waves over one. This becomes the wave three high, this becomes that wave four low, and then potentially this move to the upside could be a fifth wave. So this is still viable. I am still looking to see how we react from here. For as long as we hold this low here at this zone of this 19,549, potentially we can look for this to continue to the upside. However, if we do start to break down deeper here, then there's a couple of things that could be playing out. So either we could complete into this high, and then we could come back down in a bigger three-wave move, coming back into this zone here of this 20,757 to the 17,104 area, and basically start a different three-wave structure down. Alternatively, we could also keep this the same here, where this fifth wave is here, and then potentially look at this move as a possible flat. So I'm just keeping an eye on this. It depends what structure we form here. If we form a bigger five-wave move to the downside, potentially coming back and looking to challenge some of these areas. So it could be a running flat, but it could also be an expanding flat. If it's an expanding flat, then potentially we could look to actually move down lower here. And what I'd be looking for within this would be the potential to actually move down towards between the 17,595 and this 19,351. So we can see that this 1382 would actually be in line with this 0.618 of this move here. And then basically lower down, we've got that 702 and that 786. If we start to lose this 17,104 range, basically this count starts to fall apart. So within this structure, what we're looking for is that possibility of moving up here for either, like I said, this C wave. So as long as we hold this zone, we can still look for that. So we're going to go into the subwave structure now and look at what we are dealing with here. So we were talking about this yesterday. I am still being cautious about the fact that, we could see this just as a corrective move up. And basically we are looking for this as a B wave potentially, where we subdivide this slightly different, just because it is a little bit tricky in this beginning bit here. So potentially we could have something like this as an ABC, and then another ABC as a WXY. So just keeping an eye on it. It is also possible to count it as an impulse, but ideally what I'd want to see is actually another fourth and fifth wave to the upside. So we're going to discuss that now. Um, what we are looking for here, the way I'm counting this internally, technically speaking, we could have actually completed into this high as a five-wave move. And basically, what that would do is um, that would just shift this as a 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 4, and 5. So technically speaking, we could be completed into here. I am, however, still looking for that possibility that for as long as we hold this zone, we could still look for this as a potential fifth wave. And that's looking at this whole move here as a 1, flat for a 2, up in a third wave to this high, zigzag potentially for a fourth, and then that fifth wave up. So this is something that can play out here. We need to just see, as long as we actually hold this 643 to this 22,817 area, potentially we could look for this fifth wave up here. So now within this subwave structure here, it does look like we have a five-wave move down here. And what I'm looking for is that potential of another five-wave move. So we do have one, here, which is fine, but it doesn't really, it does break the A wave high here So it could be possible that this is actually completed here. But I'm looking out for that possibility. We've got a little bit more downside here. So the 1-to-1 of our current high here is actually this 23,170. But it is also possible that this B wave could be incomplete. And what we could see here is something like this. This is an A, potentially this is a B. We come back up for a C, and then we move to the downside. So if we do actually only move down here in a three-wave move, potentially we'd need to be careful that we don't have something else playing out here, like I said, where this becomes an A, this becomes a B, and then we get a move up for a C, and actually look to come back into this zone and challenge this 25,853 to this 25,158 zone again before looking to move down. So this is going to be a key zone we need to get over. We need to break back above this 786 here, this 25,853. If we start to do that, then potentially we could be either within this this fifth wave to the upside here, which could look to potentially target out towards this zone here of this 28,936 to this 27,353. So, potentially we could look for this continuation here. So the thing is, if we have a complete five-wave move here, into this high rather, instead of looking for this additional fourth wave to play out, then basically we need to hold this key zone of support here, this 22,704 to this 20,847 area. If we start to lose this lower range here, especially given the current structure we have at the top here, potentially it could indicate that we are going to see something like that bigger five-wave move playing out, because by the time we get down to this level, that is coming very close to that 618. If it hasn't 1.618 of this first move here, if it hasn't crossed it already, then basically what that would indicate is potentially that we're still within this B wave, and we might look to set another low here before looking to continue up. Um, and then looking for that C wave at a later date. I mean, if this is a fifth wave here, it doesn't really throw out that idea of having a flat as a fourth wave here. So we need to just be aware of that. That could still play out to the downside, where we actually look to come back down lower here and actually look to take out these lows again of this 15,485, and then potentially that could look to push us down into this box area. Depending on how the structure forms, we'll get a better indication as we move down as to where that sort of could be. So in a nutshell, to maintain this bullish aspect, we need to hold this orange box area. We fail to do so, you know, this would make it very unlikely that we are starting this this five-wave structure up here. And basically, what I'd be looking for here is confirmation by moving up past. Okay, I don't have it marked on there. Just one second. We'd be looking to cross this 35,508 to confirm a bigger five-wave structure here. So, there's a long way to go to get there. And even then, even if we did cross this 35,508, we need to have confirmation of that fourth wave and then potentially looking for this additional fifth wave. So we don't have that structure yet. We're currently forming this correction. It's not clear whether it is a fourth wave yet or whether it's a bigger wave too. If this just moves, sideways here and potentially we get a move down, we get a move back up, and then we look to move back down one more time, something like that, then this would be more likely to be that wave two. So we got to see. If we do push up here from here and take this high again, potentially we could be looking for either this wave two would be shallow, or alternatively, we still have this fourth and a fifth here. So that target zone is up here. So that's what we're looking out for. The idea within this is, we need to be aware that if we are looking at this as just a corrective move to the upside, we need to be cautious where we're currently sitting. So I'm going to come back down into the hourly. So this is looking for bearish potential. So currently, this current count would be invalidated by moving back above this 25,196, but we haven't done that yet. So for as long as we remain below this low here, we need to be cautious of the fact we could develop a five-wave move down. and that's just based off of this as being a potential wave one here. So we don't have enough information, and like I said, this whole move could become a corrective move, and then that could still potentially be a one and a two at a later point if we move up to that rejection zone. So, you know, we haven't managed to take this high yet. For as long as we remain below it, we need to be a little bit cautious because this just looks like a three-wave move up for the time being, and we're right in that rejection zone. That 618 is here at this 24,692, 786. So if we start to break above this 24,912, potentially it could indicate that one of the other options are playing out. But really, until we actually take this high point up here at 25,196, we need to be aware that we could see something like this play out. So if we do get a bigger five-wave move down here, potentially what I'd be looking for is, like I said, this to be a one and a two, and then looking for that possibility of having a third wave down. If we break down past this 22,614, what I would be looking for then is that possibility of having this additional fourth and a fifth wave to the downside. So if we had to just form something like this, you know, unless we actually move down deeper towards this 21,512, I would just be cautious that this could just be a bigger zigzag here, something like this, where we actually look to break down past that one-to-one of this first move. If that's the case, potentially we could look at some of these target areas. Let me just throw the fib on there. Potentially we could look to complete between this 1236 to this 1382 of this as an A wave. So this would become our A wave, this would be a B wave, and then potentially we look to break down into this zone for that C wave to the downside here. Looking to basically retest this consolidation area. Yeah. So that's what I'd be anticipating if we do continue to sell off here. Be keeping an eye on this 22,614. If we do cross that, then be looking out for this additional three-wave move up from a fourth and a fifth to the downside. If we do move down deeper past this 21,552, then then this whole move here could become a bigger five-wave structure. It is possible that it could still be from this point, but we'll have to see. I'd ideally like this third wave to come down deeper here towards this zone of this 21,512 area, and then we could look for that as a bigger impulse to the downside. Okay, so I think I'm going to leave the video there. We've got our key zones. We're going to have to just see what the market does today, see whether we continue to sell off here, and if we do, whether we manage to hit some of these impulsive areas. But yeah, really, for as long as we hold that key, this key support zone here of this 22,704 to this 20,847, we do have that potential for continuation, even if we do lose this fourth wave area of this 24,643 to this 22,817 area. Okay, so I'm going to leave the video there. I hope you found it useful. If you did, please smash that like button. Hit that subscribe button if you haven't already. Turn on those bell notifications so you never miss a video, and leave us some feedback down below. Also in the description, you'll find a link to the Discord. Come check it out. It's free to join. As well as that, you'll find affiliate links for both Primex BT and BYBIT down there. Both great exchanges that we use on a regular basis. Check them out for yourself. If you don't have an account, using the affiliate link does help support the channel, and we do appreciate it. Everyone, have a great day, and we'll see you in the next one. Take care.